So I was molested last night.
We're not molested, you were only cuddled with.
Apparently, I do not remember this, but apparently we were sleeping and Teresa cuddled up into my shoulder blades and went to throw her leg around me and then woke up. And immediately said, "I'm sorry," and turned to face the other wall. And apparently I said, "It's okay," but I don't remember this. Because it was so traumatic, I must have blocked it from my memory. So we're going to Home Depot to get supplies to fight the cockroach empire that is invading our home. Now that we're slowly beating back the spider empire, we're realizing that the spiders were controlling the roaches, and now they're not. So we have to kill them both. All of them.
And we can also pick up ant stuff while we're at it.
Taro! There's this thing called taro that my mom uses in the kitchen, and we have little ants in the kitchen, and it's this blue stuff. Weird. But, it's this, like, blue stuff that you put a drop by the sink, and then the ants take it back to their nest, and then it slowly kills all of them. So, that's what we're doing today. And then, Courtney gets off work at 6, and then we're gonna go to the movies. What movie you have? I have no idea. We'll just have to wait and see. Here's the deal. I hate it. It sounds like more excuses, I know. I'm sorry. We woke up today. We went to Home Depot. Like I said, we were on our way to Home Depot. We went to Home Depot. It was raining. By the time we got inside, our stuff was there. We grabbed it for the roaches, and then we left. That's all we needed there. And then we ran across. It's still raining. Went into Target. We had to do some grocery shopping. We had to be in and out because Courtney was planning on coming over later on after work, and she had gotten off work like as we were shopping, so we were hurrying up. We had crazy amount of groceries. We got home. It's still kind of raining. We ran our groceries inside. We texted Courtney. She and her friend Sydney came over. We ate a little bit. We ran to the movies. We were late to the movies. We came in a few minutes after the movie itself had already started, so we were a good 20 minutes later than we were supposed to be. So we didn't have time to film anything before there, and then afterwards we went to the bathroom, and by that time I forgot. So I'm just going to tell you about the movie. Well, not about the movie, because I'm not going to ruin the movie. We went to see Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and it was fantastic. I haven't seen any of the others. There's two other movies, but one of them's just a remake of the first one, so technically there's one other movie and a remake of that movie, and then this is the prequel to that movie. It was really cool. Like, I love, like, I don't know what the next one's supposed to be, or the first one, but the next one later on is supposed to be like, but it was phenomenal. The main two characters are James Franco and Frida Pinto, and I love both of them, but I didn't know that going into the movie. Also, I forget his name, but the guy that plays Draco Malfoy in Harry Potter, he's also in the movies, and so that was pretty cool. It was action-packed. There was, I mean, you know, they're kind of like, between the two of them, there's kind of like there's sort of hints at romance, but that's not what the movie's about, and that's good. So they keep it to a minimum. There's sad parts, there's nerve-wracking parts, there's like not even really like scary parts. Like, there's not really, but it's well-rounded. It was fabulously written. It was fabulously acted out. I loved it. I loved every second of it, and so did Courtney, and so did Sydney. And none of us had seen the original Planet of the Apes or the remake, so we loved it. And then we also found out on our way home, because we weren't sure how many movies there were before it, because we knew there were 2 movies before it, but we weren't sure if one of them was a remake or if there was like a part 1 or part 2, whatever. We looked it up. There's actually there's comics of it, there was an animated series, there were novels written, there were, you know, a bunch of other stuff, and I think originally with the novels there's like 6 or 7 different novels of it. There's like Planet of the Apes, Escape from the Planet of the Apes, Underneath the Planet of the Apes, like all this other stuff. But there was just the 2 movies and then the remake of the one. All of us, it was good enough that all of us now want to go and see the first one and the remake, because it was phenomenal. It was like 2, here we go. This is how I can say mirror now. 2 thumbs up. 2, both. Dose, thumbs up. Ow, and that was my knee cracking. Also, what I did today, I was trying to think, I was like, where did all those hours go? I also worked out this morning, and that's why, if you guys were waiting for the dinosaur trivia that I usually give in the morning off of my oatmeal, I got up, I ate my oatmeal, I ate tuna for protein. Yeah, oatmeal and tuna, I know, and I got more oatmeal, by the way, because I only have 1 packet left in that original box. But anyways, your dinosaur trivia for the day is that the closest living reptile currently to the dinosaurs are the crocodiles, which I feel like most of us already knew, but that's okay. That's your dinosaur trivia for the day. Sorry it's at the end of the video instead of the beginning, but it's still there, and I will still continue to do so as long as I have dinosaur oatmeal. And we're just going to learn a whole bunch of factoids about dinosaurs. I haven't forgotten my idea about the news thing, and we'll see where that goes now that everything's quieting down. Oh, also what I did today, speaking of things not quieting down yet, that's right, that's also while we were busy riding around. Not only did I work out this morning before we left, so I had to work out and shower, and then we left. Before we went shopping, we went back to Campus Crossings. You remember my old apartment complex, Campus Crossings? Okay, here's the deal. Apparently, they don't have records of me giving them a deposit when I moved in last year, but I gave them a deposit. Here's the thing. We don't have records of it because on our records on the lease, all it says is there's the lease fee, which was waived, and there's the the application fee, which was waived, and there's the handling fee and stuff like that, which isn't that much money. But the day that I moved in, I remember them saying, oh, by the way, we also need you to put down a deposit. We cannot find anywhere, any record of this, and apparently they don't have a record of it in the system. But in my move out packet, with all the cleaning things that I showed you that had like 50 million different things that they wanted clean, and I said that was ridiculous because nothing was clean when I moved in, they said that everything that was broken or not cleaned or whatever was going to be taken out of the deposits, and then if we would get the rest back, or if the broken stuff and the charges exceeded the deposit, we would be charged extra. So my question is, yeah, okay, they have no records of it, so that's convenient, but why would they have said that if there was no deposit? And Courtney remembers being charged a deposit, and she hasn't gotten hers back either. I kind of figured moving out that I was never going to see that money again. That's, my own little... But Campus Crossings, College Station, I'm really disappointed in you guys. I really am. Because all year, let me just say this, and this will be my last, hopefully, the last time that I rage about this apartment, because after today, I'm pretty much, I'm done with them. Like, I'm going to have no more business dealings with them, because I have no proof. But I've had complaints about quality of the furniture. I've had complaints about the way the apartments were built, the structure. I've had complaints about the different things that we were supposed to be given that we were not. I've had complaints about the maintenance people never responding to our requests, no matter how often we went to request them. The office people's attitudes. I've had different things that I've gone to the office to say, hey, I needed to let somebody know this, or I had a question about this or whatever, and they'll say, oh, okay, we'll put it in the computer. The computer's right in front of them. They don't do it right that second. They never do it. And then you go in later to ask them about it, and they say, oh, we have no record of that in the system. It's just the way their work is done, the way they treat their tenants is horrible. So if you are looking to go to Orlando, you're looking to find student housing near UCF, you happen to be watching this and say, oh, Amanda, what do you think, since I know you go to UCF now, and I know you live in Orlando, and you probably live in student housing, what do you think of Campus Crossings College Station? Don't live there. Just about anywhere else is better than there, because even though it looks nice on the outside, that's because all they did was repaint. And then jack the rent up $100 a month for new tenants this year. But they did absolutely nothing to where you're actually going to be living inside. So don't move there. It's not worth it, and it's just a huge headache, and you'll hate it. Okay, so that's my rant. But then I came home, paid another $200 to the electric company. It's just been a very busy day, so you can understand why I didn't get to vlog as much as I wanted to. There haven't even been any spiders or roaches or anything for me to show you and be like, oh my god, look, spider, roach, whatever, watch me kill it. There's nothing. Like, there's really been nothing here. We've just been running around like chickens with our heads cut off. I just got home, and it's after midnight, and I'm exhausted. Teresa's already in bed because she has to get up at 7 or 7:30 tomorrow morning. Oh, and I don't know if I told you guys in the earlier part, but I'll tell you again anyway. Our air conditioner, the thermostat, is digital. It's battery powered. Apparently, I did not know this. And we woke up at 5:30 a.m. this morning, sweating our butts off because the batteries had died, and it was up to almost 90 degrees in our apartment. And we've been sharing a bed in fear of the spiders and the roaches. So it was pretty hot. But then we got up, and luckily, like, I was gonna look and see what was wrong and then call the maintenance people, because the maintenance people here, they're 24/7 for emergency maintenance, and then within 24 hours for all the other maintenance. So they're awesome. I'm not telling you where we live, though. If you happen to find out, then good for you, but I'm not gonna tell you because I'm just not. It's just not a good idea. But anyways, I went to the thermostat and looked, and it said 80 degrees, low battery. I was like, oh, batteries. What kind of batteries does it take? And luckily, we have a ton of AAA batteries, so we were saved. And luckily, I was able to fall back asleep. And now, it's time for me to go to bed. But tomorrow, never fear, because we have plenty of dinosaur oatmeal to share fun factoids with you guys. And then I get to make a bunch of phone calls and scream at a bunch of people. Now it is time for me to go to la cama. That means bed. So good night. And I love you all. I also didn't have time to upload any more of my videos today. Please forgive me. Tomorrow I will upload more. That's another thing, because I'll be trapped in the apartment all day. You've got me right where you want me, you sneaky devils. Okay, but for real this time, good night, and I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow. Friday the 8th, yay!